What's up, guys? I am going to be doing a video today for chapter 16 of grammar. Chapter 16 in our grammar books is going to be about adjectives and adverbs. This is going to be part one of 3. So there will be 3 parts to this chapter, and hopefully we could get this done and you guys will be ready for our test. So part 1 of chapter 16 is about adjectives specifically, okay? So we're going to talk about what is an adjective. We're going to talk about the 4 questions that adjectives answer, okay? So please make sure you take notes. I haven't done this in a while. I can't believe I'm standing here in the year 2017 recording a new video, but I know that this is going to help all of us, and so I hope that it proves to be beneficial for you and for me. Here we go. So the function of an adjective is that adjectives are used to describe a noun or a pronoun. So you're going to want to write that down. The function of an adjective, as a part of speech, it's used to describe a noun or a pronoun. Now, adjectives answer 4 questions. You're going to want to write down these 4 questions. The 4 questions that an adjective answers are what kind, which one, how many, and how much. What kind, which one, how many, how much. Now let's use that. So what kind of car? Let's say it's a blue car. So a blue car. What kind of car? A blue car. What kind? If you're listening in the background, just a disclaimer, there are preschool rehearsals for Christmas going on. Just ignore it. Now, what kind of car? A blue car. Which one? That girl. Which one are you talking about? I'm talking about that girl. Next. How many dollars do I have? I'm broke, so I only have $2, right? And then lastly, how much? How much time do we have to complete this paper? 12 days. You have 12 days to finish your essay. What kind, which one, how many, how much, all right? So getting more specific, talking about a specific type of adjective, there are things called articles. And articles are either indefinite or definite. Indefinite or definite. So let's talk about indefinite first. There are 2 indefinite articles. Indefinite, meaning you're not sure which one I'm talking about. If I said a student at Highlands won a prestigious award, what student? If I said the student sitting right there is the person who won the award, that's definite. Definite and indefinite, obviously 2 very specific things, because if it's definite, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The book on that table belongs to me. If I said a book on this table is mine, you don't know which book I'm talking about. That's indefinite. The book, definite. A book, indefinite. Now, when it comes to indefinite articles, there are 2 versions. Why? Indefinite is either a or an. You will determine which one you're going to use depending on the sound of the word that follows. Okay? If the word that follows it starts with a vowel sound, you're going to use an, like ear. An ear. Right? You're talking about ears, you're talking about an ear, right? Or if it's platypus, that starts with a consonant sound, so you'd say a platypus is swimming in the ocean. This one, a horror, right? What kind of movie did you go watch? We went to go watch a horror, right? So that is a consonant sound. This is a vowel sound, consonant sound. And then this one Same letter, horror and honor, but here you would use and. Why? Because this H is silent. It starts with a vowel sound. What's the vowel sound? O. And honor. Does that make sense? Good. Alright, so when it comes to definite articles, there's only one form. Only one form of a definite article, and that's the. The is the only form of definite article. So, the Cavaliers are the best team in the NBA. The Warriors are garbage. Make sense? True? For sure. Just to review that again, what we just talked about, the is actually the most common word in the English language. The definite article. The person over there is my best friend. The girl who just walked through the door is late. That's definite. Specific, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If it's not specific, if it's indefinite, you would say, a girl just fell on the playground, right? Or if I said, a boy in the classroom next door won't be quiet. You don't know what boy I'm talking about, it's not specific. Or if it said, an elephant was caught in the wilderness, right? I would use an because the sound of the word that comes after the article is a vowel sound, okay? So, an elephant, an honor, blah, blah, blah. Make sense? Write those things down, please. So sometimes in the confusing world of grammar, you have nouns and pronouns that are used as adjectives. That doesn't make sense, right? Because a noun or a pronoun, two specific things, but they can function as adjectives. You say it's confusing, but listen, pay attention. Now, they will always answer the question, what kind or which one. So if I put a word here that's typically a noun, it can function as an adjective. Pay attention. Shoe, that is a noun, right? I'm wearing a shoe, that's a noun. However, if I put it in front of the word box, shoe box, shoe is describing what kind of box? A shoe box. Make sense? Well, what about bird? State is also a noun, right? I live in the state of California. But if I put it before the word bird, that is an adjective. Which one? Which bird am I talking about? I'm talking about the state bird. Does that make sense? Now, a proper adjective is when you take a proper noun and you use it as an adjective. For example, Constitution. United States Constitution. United States, obviously, proper noun. But I'm using it to describe which Constitution I'm talking about. I'm talking about the United States Constitution. It's describing the word Constitution, therefore, it is used in that sentence or in that phrase, used in that phrase as an adjective. Make sense? Good. So, what are some other kinds of proper nouns that are functioning as an adjective? I don't know. Pick anything. The California coast, the Brooklyn Bridge, the, I don't know, Texas toast, right? Those are all proper nouns describing a noun that, those are proper nouns describing another noun. So therefore, those proper nouns are becoming proper adjectives. They are describing which object I'm talking about. Which bridge? The Brooklyn Bridge. Which coast? The California coast. What kind of toast? Texas toast. Yeah? Okay. So please make sure you know what a proper adjective is. Write that down and come up with some examples of your own. And maybe tomorrow if I say, okay, who can give me some examples of proper adjectives, you could raise your hand. All right? Raise your hand. All right, so just like everything that we've studied before, we have to go through compounds. I know that I just talked about nouns, use as an adjective, and I'm gonna have to make another separate video for pronouns that are used as adjectives, but we gotta go through compounds. Compounds are annoying because you just put two things together and it makes a compound, right? But we still have to talk about it because it's in the chapter. So a compound adjective are things like a one-sided opinion. One-sided, two parts, making up the adjective, one and sided. You put that together, makes an adjective which describes opinion. Also, that's the bell. You have heartbreaking news. Heartbreaking, that's a compound, modifying news. Heartbreaking news, I don't know, what's some heartbreaking news that's going on in the world right now? Well, yesterday, Steph Curry, he rolled his ankle and my heart broke and he walked away from the game on crutches or from the arena on crutches. Am I heartbroken? No. Am I thrilled? Definitely. So what's one last hyphenated compound adjective? We're at the word so-called. So-called expert. So-called expert in shooting three-pointers. He's a so-called expert. Let's just have a moment of silence for Steph Curry and his ankle. Finished. Now, tomorrow, please bring your notes. Please be ready to go through grammar workbook pages. My students are about to walk in, so please just be ready tomorrow and write the notes down. What's the beauty of doing this? You don't gotta do grammar workbook pages at home. Lucky you. There's the bell.